Hello, Shane Warne here and welcome to my app. About 2.5 metres from the batting crease. So you've got in line with the stumps, around middle stump. I think my favourite Ashes hero, I think would have to be Ian Chappell. You know, the way he used to fix his protector, the collar used to come up, Snowy would bounce when he'd hook it and either be out first ball, caught it fine leg or make 100. I used to love watching that in the 70s, it was fantastic. So I think Ian Chappell was my favourite. Well, you know what, my villain would be Sky Sports, because whenever it rains in England, which is often, in an Ashes match, all they ever show is the 1981 Headingley Test match. That's all they ever show, Beefy and Bob Willis. So Sky Sports for showing that all the time used to irritate us, but I think they used to do it on purpose. But Beefy had obviously been the proper villain. My favourite Australian ground would be the MCG. It's just my backyard for a long time. I played Aussie rules football on it. I played cricket, obviously for Australia and Victoria. It was my home ground. And I was very lucky that I was very lucky I did some wonderful things individually, but also with Australia. And it's always that Christmas time of year, so there's always family and friends, and you're preparing for the game, but you're saying, you've got Christmas with your children and that as well. So the Boxing Day Test match is always pretty special in Melbourne for a Victorian. For a long time I was the only Victorian too, so yeah, it was pretty tough to go past the MCG. Lords would be my favourite, just for the history and the tradition that is associated with the walk from the dressing room out into the ground. Generally get the egg and bacon pies there. The guys, just as you walk out, to say, "See you in a minute." You know, when you walk out to bat, there's generally a comment. There's an applause when you walk down, and then just as you're getting towards the end of the doors and walking out, there's generally a comment or two just as you run onto the ground. My favourite ground to actually play here, though, was probably Old Trafford. It was for a spinner. It was fantastic to play at. I think the Rose Bowl was my second home here. Away from the MCG, as I played, I think 8 seasons or 7 or 8 seasons. I was involved with Hampshire. I think I played 5 seasons, 4 or 5 as captain. So the Rose Bowl, Lords, fantastic. But the best one just to play on, as a spin bowler, was Old Trafford. I think I got 90 or 91. I think at Old Trafford in 2005, and against Andrew Flintoff, Simon Jones, Harmison, Hoggard bowling swing and pace, reverse swing in the National League trials. It wasn't so. Yes, it was great to get 91. I should have gassed another 100 basically, but we were in real trouble when I went out to bat, and if we had to follow on, I think we would have probably lost that Test match. So to go out there and make those runs, get us past and avoid the follow on, gave us a chance to save the game and maybe win the game. So that was a really important innings. But my last one was probably my favourite. I was saying in the dressing room, I hit a 6 first ball when I walked out there. And I wish I had to take my batting a bit more seriously, but when we walked out to bat, I tried to hit the first one for 6, and I think I hit it for 4. Next ball played and missed it, and Monty Panesar. Next one hit over the fence for 6. I went on to get 70, and it was just the occasion. I think it was retiring in Sydney. That's where I started, whatever it was, 15 or 16 seasons before that. So the journey had sort of gone a circle, and finishing off there. And I remember walking out the first time was still my favourite moment in Test cricket, when I said, "Congratulations, Shane Warne, you're the 350th Test cricketer to play cricket for Australia." And walking out to bat to face Kapil Dev was a bit like, that's not a lot of players that have played cricket for Australia. And then walking out to finish, it was saying, "Congratulations, Shane Warne, on a wonderful career." So it was just sort of the moment. And then to go out and make a few runs and win the Test match and clean sweep 5-0 had a pretty good ring to it. So it was probably my favourite innings. I bowled a really good spell where I don't think I went for any runs in Melbourne when I got a hat-trick. Ended up getting a hat-trick in that one. And we went on to win the Test match, which was pretty good. The Adelaide spell in 2006 Adelaide spell when no one really thought we could win. That test match was a pretty amazing test match. They declared 550 declared. We go out to bat and we're in a bit of trouble. We managed to scrape our way through, and then that last day they're 50 runs ahead, 10 wickets in hand. It was like, this is just going to be a draw, this game, and I thought we could actually win. And then the way I sort of bowled from one end the whole day, I think I ended up with 3 or 4 wickets, I think. A couple of catches went down and slip, and a few things beat the bat a bit. I could have ended up having 6 or 7, but I think the pressure I created from one end, bowling in tandem with the quickies, I thought that pressure onto the batsmen enabled us to actually bowl them out. The belief that I had that we could win, to go on and win that, and then our batters go out and play the way they did in tough conditions was fantastic. So sometimes the most recent aren't, because of the most recent, they seem the most important. It's not always the way. You end up looking back to the 92 in Sri Lanka and all these other things that happened, but it was a pretty remarkable test match, that Adelaide one, and to be part of it on that last day was pretty special. So I'd probably say the Adelaide test match, that one and the one in Melbourne with a hat-trick, was pretty good. Those two probably stand out. I might have forgotten 1 or 2, but they're the ones that first come to mind. Edge bastard stepping on my stumps. I don't know, I just lost my footing. The ball was swinging, Andy Flintoff was bowling so fast, and the ball was swinging so late. I thought if I get right across on off stump, it's either going to hit me out, if I misses my bat, it's going to hit me outside the line of off stump. If he goes a bit straight, I can flick it. I'll be very stiff to get bowled leg stump. This one, the one that I got out on, it actually went so late that I just lost my balance and my foot went from under me. I just felt it hit the stumps. I went, oh no, I've never done that in my life. How did that happen? And me and Brett were going pretty well. I think we both got 40 odd or something. And I thought we were actually doing really well, and we were a big chance. And then when I hit my stumps, I thought, oh no, we're gone. Casper was last man in. So that was really, because I think the way me and Brett and myself were going, I thought we might have won. So that was probably my most disappointing moment.